Hey, you guys, what is up? Okay, I was asked recently to do a review of Scandal. Yes, yes, with Kerry Washington playing Olivia Pope. And Olivia Pope is a DC crisis expert. Like, she basically comes in when there are messed up situations with a lot of like top secret stuff with the president or with other dignitaries or people in politics. She comes along and she saves their reputation if they get into some bullshit. Okay, and the big story of this show is that Olivia Pope is in love with the president. She was his campaign manager. She helped him get elected. They had an affair, but and his wife is like, crazy Stepford wife, type chick where she knows that she is the president's wife and this is what she's supposed to do. Olivia is supposed to fuck him and keep him emotionally stable, and she's just supposed to be there to wave hands and go to fundraisers and just be, the first lady. Well, at the end of last season, we all found out that she knew the entire time that Finch, the president, was in love with Olivia. She knew the whole time. And in order to, there was a sex tape, the audio of him having sex with Olivia in his office. And it was just the murmurs. You couldn't really hear anybody's voice, particular. So they said it was them, and they said that they, were pregnant, as a way to save the president's image. So now in this new season, Olivia and Finch cannot be together. They cannot, even really work together anymore because it became suspicious to everybody, and the people around them knew what was going on, especially the president's right-hand man who trained Olivia. I forgot his name, but we'll get into that later. I'm just trying to give y'all a little backstory because it's a lot, okay? It's a very intricate show. That's why I was weary of actually reviewing it, because I didn't know if it would be interesting for me to relate to y'all, because it's a lot of shit going on and you really have to watch it in order to get into it. So y'all go to hulu.com or channel1.com, whatever that shit is. Y'all can Google it so that y'all can see the first season. And then y'all go and watch that shit, and then y'all come back and get on this season 2 shit. This is for the people that have seen the first season and are so excited about this brand new season. I hope it's more than the 6 or 7 episodes they had the first season, but it was well worth the watch. I have to say, this is one of the best scripted shows on television right now. So, actually ever. Shonda Rhimes, the writer of Grey's Anatomy, a black woman, a sister, is doing this awesome show with this awesome cast and this awesome music. I mean, it's just a really well put together show. It's well written, has excellent script, all of that shit. So I just kind of want to give y'all a little backstory. Now we're going to get into the first episode of season 2, which is centered around Quinn, who is one of Olivia's team. She has a team of lawyers, but not really lawyers. All of them have shaky backgrounds. One of them used to be an assassin. He's a really crazy guy that just walks around and stalks around and like doesn't really say anything. He's always like, you know who he is? Do y'all remember Paco from High School High? You remember that movie back in the day with Mekhi Phifer and shit? Remember that shit, that funny shit? I remember that? All right. He was Paco. He was funny in that shit, but he's real serious and dark in this one. He was an assassin. And there's a woman who killed her husband because he used to beat the shit out of her. And then there's the black guy who's like all sharp and a lawyer and shit. He did some shit where he was about to go to jail and Olivia saved him. And then there's Quinn. Quinn, we didn't know who the hell Quinn was last season. We just knew she was new. She came out of nowhere, and she is now a part of Olivia's team. Well, come to find out, at the end of the last season, she was arrested, and nobody knew who the fuck she was or what she did, but she was in some shit just like everybody else, and Olivia helped her and then brought her on a team. So she was arrested at the end of last season, and Olivia was like, so are you going to tell them who you are, or should I? Can I just say that Kerry Washington has been my lesbian crush since She Hate Me? I love Kerry Washington. I mean, not just because she's intelligent and smart and beautiful and always dressed awesomely and has never, to me, sold out in any kind of way. She does great roles. She does great movies. She's a great actress. She works her way up. I just love her. And she's all into politics. She's just smart. I love Kerry Washington. Y'all better get y'all life on Kerry Washington. But let's get into Scandal. The episode starts off... Okay, first of all, let me let y'all know this. This lipstick is number 835 Dazzling Plum by Maybelline. because I know somebody's going to ask me. That's what this is. Giving y'all lip action. Anyways, get that out of the way. This whole series is based off of a real woman. Her name is Judy Smith. She was the administrative press aide for President Bush. And she's also executive advisor on the show. So this is she's a black woman. So this is based off of an actual person, which I think is fucking dope. So I'm going to try my best to explain everything that has happened in this episode with as much clarity as possible. So here we are. The scene starts off with the First Lady Millie in the, grand office, the Oval Office with Fitzgerald Grant is the president's name. Do y'all remember the dude from Ghost that, killed Patrick Swayze and shit? He's the president, okay. So he's in there staring out of a window, totally fucking ignoring Millie, who's trying to get his opinion on colors for the nursery because they're supposed to have a TV appearance with some very, very famous TV personality or interviewer, kind of on the lines of like a Diane Sawyer or some shit like that. Her name is Kimberly Mitchell. Kimberly Mitchell is played by the black chick from Army Wives. Yes, the only black chick from Army Wives. So she is, they're basically getting ready for this interview so that they can, basically get the results, trying to act like they don't know what the sex of their baby is. But of course, they know that it's a boy. So, she's trying to get his input. He's not really trying to hear her ass. So she asks, what are you going to do about the issue in the East Sudan? Well, in this reality, there is a whole bunch of killing going on in the East Sudan. Whoever that dictator is, killing babies and shit. It's just really awful. It's going down. Everybody is trying to push for the president to go to war, to get a handle on this shit, and to help out those little babies over there. But of course, we all know what the real nitty gritty is. Whenever America goes to war, oil gets paid out the ass. The oil company owners get paid out the ass. So everybody is pushing for this war, but the president doesn't know what he wants to do because he doesn't want to send innocent people out there to fight if there's another way that they can resolve the issue. So he tells, his wife, look, don't be worried about that. I got this shit. Don't nobody care about what you think as far as, this war shit. Let me handle this war shit. And she was like, look, bruh, I ain't got time for all that shit. We are not some basic bitches up in here. I ain't no fat waitress from Kentucky, and you are not a fucking mechanic from Kentucky, okay? We are the president and the first lady of the United States of America, and this is America's baby, and you need to pull your shit together, and I am doing what I have always done, which is save your ass because you couldn't keep your dick in your pants or your hands to yourself. So I'm giving you a little bit more political bang for your buck. So suck that shit up, and which color do you like? Red or yellow? Red. Thank you. That kind of, what the fuck is Nicki Minaj? Okay, anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I have the TV on mute, and I'm looking at Young Money, Wayne with the fucking earphones on. Like, why do you have on earphones while y'all are on the award show? I'm not going to get into this. Anyway, these people are just, their nonchalant attitudes drive the fuck out of me. Anyway, so then we get to the next part, which is Quinn's trial. Like I was telling y'all, Quinn is one of her lawyer, part of her team from last season. Her real name is Lindsay Dwyer. The situation is she is supposed to have killed 7 people by basically making a bomb and sending it in a package to her ex-boyfriend, who she found out was cheating on her, while she was spending 4 freaking hours at the freaking Geek Squad trying to get his freaking computer fixed, and he was basically fucking some chick while this was happening. So everybody is, she was just upset, and they had like a voice recording of her leaving a message on his phone saying all of this, threatening him. She said, "You are dead." She was pissed. But who wouldn't be pissed, and who wouldn't threaten somebody's life after you find something like that out? So this is the evidence that they have on her. Everything is basically circumstantial. There's no hard evidence. There's no bomb. There's no fingerprints. There's no actual, letter saying I'm going to do this. There's no, there's nothing that says that she really, really, truly did this. It really is all circumstantial evidence. But that's besides the point. She ran, which makes it look very, very suspect. She ran, but she didn't really run. Her story is that she went to a motel to try to, clear her mind, to try to understand what she had to do. Somebody knocked her ass out. A couple of days later, she wakes up in Washington, D.C. with a whole new identity, money, everything she needed. So she doesn't know what happened to her. She doesn't know who really killed those 7 people. Her story is she didn't do it. She got knocked out. She don't know what the fuck is up. Somebody saved my life. Somebody please call 911. Abby, who is the female the other female, the redhead that works for Olivia, who, she doesn't believe this shit. She doesn't believe Quinn for a second, okay? For some reason, she doesn't believe her. She know Olivia is hiding something, and she just has to show it whenever she's telling Olivia what the deal is. When Olivia is trying to get her updates, trying to get all of the information, asking what the fuck is popping, she always has to be a little smart ass about it. Harrison doesn't really understand what's going on either, but he's not really that boisterous with it. He, just on chill. He like, man, this shit don't make no sense, but I'm just gonna roll with it because you live and that's what we do. So, they're kind of going in and out between them, thinking about what happened and the actual court proceeding. So when they get to the court proceeding, the prosecution which is David. He's the, I guess the U.S. prosecution in D.C., whatever. He is friends with Olivia on the slide. They go back and forth during the day, and at night they have drinks and discuss the shit. And he basically asks her, what is the deal? Why don't you help me so that I don't have to go ham on this bitch like this? And she's like, look, you wear your hat, I'll wear mine. Because he was basically saying he gonna have to go ham on this girl because he have all this evidence. So he says, I'm asking for the death penalty. And everybody in the fucking courtroom was like, oh. And Olivia is like, I ain't scared, bitch. So then we get to Cyrus and Olivia. Cyrus is the president's right-hand man. They meet in the park like they normally do. They had a little tiff last season, but we all figured out because it was Amanda Tanner was a chick that the president had an affair with, and it's so-called she was pregnant, and Olivia was supposed to be protecting her, and somebody was trying to blackmail the president, and Cyrus thought it was Olivia behind it because Olivia was representing Amanda. Amanda comes up missing. They find out that Amanda got killed, thrown in the water by, whoever the dude that was trying to set the president up, all this bullshit. Either way it goes, they made up their kiss. Cyrus now knows that it wasn't Olivia trying to, stab everybody in the back, whatever. So they meet up to talk, basically to give each other the little, updates. Olivia is telling Cyrus to make sure that the president is very nice to Kimberly Mitchell when she comes to interview them because this is very good for their... It's very good for that persona. They need to come across to Americans as a good, homely family. They need to come off like they're for the people. And that's what Olivia keeps stressing. In order to win the second term, you have to be for the people. You have to be Abraham Lincoln. You can't be balling out of control, going on fucking yachts, having mansions and shit with like 19 people on board just to make sure that you live and all of that type of shit. She was basically telling Cyrus that he needs to chill out with all the spending that he's doing because the country is in a bad place. Nobody wants to see a balling out of control ass president while people are out this bitch starving. So she was basically just telling him to chill out with that shit. Cyrus tells her, well, he misses you, basically saying maybe you should talk to him. And she was like, we can't talk. She avoids the question. She says that Steven was like her right-hand man. He was one of her lawyers on her firm from last season, and he was sleeping with Abby, but he was engaged to a woman. And come to find out, he left to marry that woman, and he is no longer a part of the team. And I'm like, damn, what happened to the British dude? Whatever. So she asked if Fitz is going to go to war because, everybody's trying to figure out what the hell is going on with the East Sudan. And Cyrus was like, I don't know what he's going to do. He doesn't seem like he knows what he wants to do. And, she was just like, they got babies dying and shit. He need to get it together. They're going to pressure him into doing what he has to do. So y'all just make sure y'all be nice to the Mitchell chick, Kim Mitchell, and get that interview shit popping. So she walks off. Then there are always a whole bunch of different storylines going on at one time in Scandal. And one of the storylines is always some type of small case that she has to fix really fast while the big shit is going on. So in this episode, it's the Congressman Shaw from Rhode Island, sends his deputy, whatever the fuck the little dude is, tells him that we need you in his office. The problem is in his office. If you don't come, I'm going to lose my motherfucking job. So Olivia, people obviously are going to go and super save a whole day. Okay. So Then we get to Cyrus and Fitz having a conversation, and he's tired of all of this baby shit. He's tired of America's baby because it's a distraction from the war. He doesn't know what he wants to do because he doesn't want to send all those innocent people out to war. He's thinking about the soldiers. He's thinking about America. He's not just thinking about these Texas motherfuckers wanting to make money off the oil and all of the shit that they're going to get if we go to war. He's not thinking about the outside influences. He's thinking about what's best for the country, which is a really good president if you ask me. Like the way he really thinks about the things he has to do. He's genuine with his want for America to be, a great place. I think it's funny how they show you the mind fuckery that goes on in politics. They think things ahead of time. They think about things along ahead of time, the best ones anyway. They think about what the reaction from the public is going to be and how they can spin it and how they can turn it. And that's basically what this is showing us. This entire show is showing us how things can never really be what they are because the government and a lot of people in power basically can control how things are perceived. And, that's really the truth as far as how America, goes. So, he's just saying he doesn't want to go to war. And when Cyrus is talking to him, trying to convince him of what to do, what to say, he says, because he mentions Abraham Lincoln. And, he says, how is she? Because he knows that only Olivia mentions Abraham Lincoln. For the people, by the people, all that shit. That's Olivia talk right there. And he knows that. I also love their relationship on, I love how in love they are with one another. He fucked Amanda Tanner out of a loneliness thing. You can really see that he loves Olivia. Last season, they kind of went through a little tiff when they were going back and forth with one another. And now they're back in a spot of, forbidden love, secret lovers and all of that shit. So, yeah, moving on. So the congressman, we get to the congressman. Why people want to call me when I'm making a video? Why? So the congressman has a bug in his office. He was going to change his clock. Saw a fucking bug. Calls Olivia. Olivia checks out the scope, asks him all of the questions. You have anybody that wants to, set you up? Have anybody want to fuck over you? He's like, I'm a fucking congressman. Of course people want to fuck over me. Duh. So she's like, no. My fucking point is, why am I here? What did you do that you don't want anybody to find out about? That's the only reason why you call Olivia Pope is because something is going to go down. Something's going to come to light that you don't want to come to light. And we have to find the best way to deal with the situation. Come to find out, he fucked some lawyer chick on the desk and that shit was recorded basically. He's single, she's single, he's ready to mingle obviously. Well, we have to try to clean this up because nobody wants a congressman that is, spreading his dick all over the, public office and all of that shit. So, they go to the lady who he had sex with to try to see if she set him up. She completely freaks out. She is a big-time lawyer herself, so she doesn't want that type of publicity. She doesn't want that bad shit on her name because as a woman in trying to be a lawyer, nobody wants to be known as a skis fucking people on desk. So, they can tell that it wasn't her because she freaked out. Then they find out that it's some political blog that wants to make the congressman look like shit. They want to save the world by showing America the congressman's genitals. How about that shit? Then we get to this Texas politician. I forgot what his, name was, but he's walking down the hallway talking to Cyrus. Basically trying to convince Cyrus to make the president go to war because he's going to make buku fucking money off of that because he's in Texas and owns oil rigs. So they're going to make money off war just like in every war. The oil people make the most money. Gas prices go up. Y'all know how this shit go bush. Anyway, so, Millie walks up. She kisses him. They do their little fake shit. Then she's like, what the fuck he want? And Cyrus says, well, we're trying to, everybody wants the president to go to war. She was like, I don't know what to do. I've tried to talk to him. I don't know what I can do. What anything else I can do. I've tried to do everything I can. And Cyrus is like, look, let the president figure that shit out. You got your baby. You got the interview, bitch. Go put your feet up and deal with that shit. Don't worry about this gangster shit right here. We got this. You know what I mean? Because she's just all worried about the wrong shit. She wants to be the president. This is obviously a Hillary Clinton moment right now. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We all know that when Bill Clinton was president, Hillary Clinton probably was pulling her fucking power every day on that nigga. Like, I think you should add a new act to that bill. I don't know. Maybe. You never know. So anyway, he basically tell her, stop tripping, go sit your ass down somewhere. So then we get back to Olivia and her people. They're still trying to brainstorm on how to fix the situation with Quinn. How to get Quinn out of this fucking trouble that she's in. Well, Harrison. Oh, Lord. Y'all know who Harrison is. He's the only, black dude on the whole fucking show. And Harrison is played by Columbus Short. And y'all know Columbus Short from Stump the Yard and what else he played in. My favorite thing he played in was when he played in Cadillac Records. I ain't your fucking son. I ain't your dad's son. He tried to do our accent. He had the mannerism right. He had the gold teeth and everything. Like, that's some New Orleans shit for you. But, you really got to come talk to us to get the accent thing going. I'm just saying. Anyway, so Harrison's idea is their best bet is to try to find the man, whoever the person is that kidnapped Quinn and took her to D.C. To find that person is to find who ordered that done. It's to find out who really did the killings or why, why did they know that it wasn't Quinn? Or why did they want to help Quinn? So that was Harrison's best bet, they said. So Huck goes on a mission to find the cameras to see if there's any footage of the man bringing Quinn to the hotel. Well, there's none at the actual hotel, but there's a security place across the street, and they had cameras that could see it. So he sees that shit. Now they got to go through all those tapes to try to see 2 years ago if there's any actual footage of the guy bringing Quinn to the hotel. So then we get to Abby, and Abby basically is looking at Olivia, and Olivia looks sad. We all know Olivia is depressed as hell because she loves Fitz and Fitz loves her, and they cannot be together. Then her friend is gone, Steven. That's the one she would always confide in. So when Abby comes in and sees this, she's like, if you ever want to talk to anybody, I know Steven is gone, but you can really like talk to me. And she's like, look, bitch, I ain't got time for all of that. What you got for me? She tells her that the Capital Spill, which is the publication that was emailed, that sex tape of the congressman, is going to release the sex tape the next day at noon in order to make the congressman look like shit. Harrison tries to go and get an injunction to keep them from releasing it by saying that it's government property, which is kind of bullshit, but it didn't really work. So then we get back to Quinn. And Quinn, the big news is that Quinn wants to change her defense. She wants to change her attorney because she wants a plea deal. She is scared, and Olivia is not telling her shit. She knows that Olivia knows more than she is letting on. So Olivia runs down there with no fucking purse, just a suit in her hair, and goes in there and be like, bitch, do you know who I am? Do you know who I is? Do you know what I do? I don't have to explain that to you. You know what the fuck I do. I don't have to explain nothing to you. You know what we does. You know what we do. You know I'ma save the day, bitch. I don't take on nothing that I can't win, and I can win this shit. So you need to pull it together and trust me. I'm gonna go out there and tell this motherfucker that you don't need him. We ain't getting no damn plea deal, and I'm gonna take you out of this shit. You gonna live. We gonna do this. Of course, that's all she needed to do was talk fast, talk hard, and really get into it with those lips and let her know and start to kind of cry on the inside, get the eyes a little teary. She basically did what the fuck she had to do to convince Quinn, and Quinn says cool. She goes out there and says, hey, lawyer guy, get the fuck out of here. You're nobody's lawyer. Nobody needs your plea deal. David, get the fuck out of here. I'll see your ass in court. So then we get to the whole the sex tape website. They get to the sex tape, and Abby watches it over and over again. They have nothing to worry about. Oh, wait. There are 12 other bitches that he's been fucking a lot recently that he's been seen in hotels with. So this is not a good thing. And he's like, man, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm single. I can fuck who I want to fuck. I'm tired of this shit with everybody doing this mudslinging in this city, worrying about who I'm fucking. Don't worry about who I'm fucking. Worry about the job that I'm doing. Worry about my character. Worry about what my platform is, this education shit, this healthcare shit. Worry about this shit. Don't worry about the pussy that I'm getting. That's what he was basically saying. Very nicely, I might add. He put it out there. So he was like, my dick game ain't got shit to do with my job. That's what he said. So then we get to Fitz, and we're talking about America's baby. We come to find out at the interview with Kimberly that America's baby is a boy. But we all knew this shit. So they start to, fake cry and shit. Oh my God, it's a boy. It's a boy. I can't believe this. Oh my God. To get this news like this. And I know that my husband and his administration are going to do everything they can to protect those babies in the East Sudan and those mothers. And Fitz is sitting there like, no, this bitch did not just throw me out there like that and force my hand on on TV. No, the fuck, she did not just do that to me. I would beat her if she was not pregnant. Man, they get back in the Oval Office. He take that jacket off and tell her, nobody fucking elected you. You are not the president. Don't come in here trying to use your brain. I don't need your ideas on foreign policy, bitch. Nobody cares what you think. Nobody cares what your brain is like. You shouldn't be doing shit but planting flowers and letting people blog about what you have on and worrying about America's baby and shit. This ain't got nothing to do with you. So don't ever push my hand. I'm the motherfucking president, and we don't go to war till Fitzgerald Grant said we go to fuck the wall, okay? So you always knew what to say to hurt me. I gave up my law practice for you, Fitz. I had a baby for you to clean up your mess. I am doing the best I can. I know you miss Olivia. But that doesn't mean you have to take it out on me. Yes, she went Angela Bassett on his ass and made him feel bad, and he apologized. She told him that the baby kicked. He went to go feel. He didn't feel shit. It was just all very cold and awkward. I didn't like the scene. I don't really know. I don't know. It just bothers me. Anyway, Fitz calls Olivia that night, and, you know, she didn't want to really talk because she don't trust that shit. But, you know, he was like, it's a clean line. We can talk. And y'all can just hear how much they want to be together. And I know what that's like to, like, want to be with somebody and can't be with them. So, you know, like, especially when you can relate to the shit, when you're watching it, the acting is so good and they're just all into it and they're on the phone, like, about to come. You know, it's just ridiculous. So on the phone, she's like, did you see the interview? She's like, I'm actually on my third viewing. So, yeah, my wife pushes me under the bus and the crowd goes wild. I love you. I hate you. I want to fuck you. What? Are you going to invade the Sudan? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Everybody wants me to do what they want me to do, but I don't know. Do you want to know what I say you should do? No. You're the president, okay? You spin it. You make them think that you sent Millie out there to say that shit, that you controlled it and you wanted her to say that. You get your people to talk to her people and you make sure everybody knows that you told her to say that shit. That gives you a little time to decide what you're going to do. Nobody pushes you into a corner. The president is Fitzgerald Grant, and if he wants to go to war, we will go to war. But if he don't want to go to war, then we ain't going to war. It's all about you, boo. This your world. Everybody else just squirrel. Get your motherfucking mind on right. Get out there and do this shit. Smack him on the ass. Send him out there into the game. Be the president that I elected you to be, goddammit. I hate you. I hate you too. I love you. I want to fuck you. I'll talk to you later. All right, so that was basically how the conversation went. So as they're having this conversation, Olivia finally figures out how to handle this congressman situation. She basically spins it. They're going to release the sex tape before the website does, or whatever the blog. They're going to release it first in order to control it. And I always say that this is the best policy for a lot of things, that if you release it and control it, it's better than you trying to hide it and then somebody else putting it out there and then you have no control at all. This is what Beyonce does. They control what gets put out about themselves. What they basically did was spun it. They apologized. They sent a video out to like gossip sites, friendly gossip sites that would make fun of the situation, that would make him look like a player and shit like that. Y'all know, sent it to media takeout or some shit. So, you know, he basically uses the platform to talk about the things that matter to him, and talk about his education reform, and talk about his health care plans. Use this attention to talk about the things that matter to you, and it turns the focus totally from the negative, because it's not like you're cheating on anybody. You're a single man that he was like, you know, it still reminds me that this shouldn't be about my sex life. Why are we talking about my sex life? We should be talking about the issue. So they basically just turned that whole thing around, and it made him look good. It did. So he calls first of all, I just want to say how cute it was that he had to call the girl who was in the video to let them know that they were going to release it, and he had to call and forewarn his mother, because no mama wants to find out that her son fucked a chick on the desk all late. I'm just saying. So Huck says that the footage in front of Quinn's hotel has been erased. He tells this to everybody, so there's no evidence, so there's nothing really that they can do. Harrison goes to tell Quinn that they can't find a guy, that they're probably going to lose, but they can acquittal, you know, they can do an acquittal. And he comforts her by telling her what he always tells her: gladiators in suits. We do what the fuck we got to do. Suck it up. You know how we do. We'll handle this shit. So, Olivia gets on the phone after Harrison tells her this and says, look, we gonna lose this shit. She get on the phone and tell somebody. I don't know who it is. So I guess that'll be the mystery for the season. Who is it that she was talking to on the phone? Because whoever that was, they called that judge and made sure when they asked for the acquittal was granted. So Quinn was let go, and David, the prosecution was pissed off. I want to go to your chambers, Your Honor. Do you want to get held in contempt? I said this shit is acquitted. Now get the fuck out of here. Everybody's all, oh, shit, oh. You don't know how everybody making all that noise. Shut the fuck up. Nobody care what you got to see. So Quinn, gets out. He's mad. He tells Olivia, look, I know you did it. And I'm going to figure out how you did it, bitch. You better fucking believe me. We all know you ain't going to figure out shit. And even if you do figure out shit, you ain't going to be able to do nothing, because we have all figured out by now that Olivia is a motherfucking chess player. She thinks about the moves before they happen, my friend. I'm telling y'all don't know nothing. Y'all do not know. So then we get to Fitz, who tells Cyrus about the plan that he and Olivia discussed to basically say that Millie said what he wanted her to say, and just switch the story around a little bit to give him a little bit more time to make his decision. So he also tells Cyrus that I see you was real fucking bucked up, that she threw me under the bus, and why am I cleaning up your mess? This is your job. You need to be handling this shit. I'm the motherfucking president. I go to war we go to war when I say we go to war, not when you or Millie or America's Baby or the Texas Oil Company or any fucking body else says it. We do it when I say we do it. Cyrus was like, okay, I'll take my ass whooping, but I want you to realize something. I already know that is Olivia's idea. You ain't running shit, and your wife being on a chokehold is not my job, so you need to handle that one. And he walks the fuck out, and yet again, Cyrus is proving why he's the smart gay man that he is, and he just wants to get back to his petunias and his gay husband. I'm just saying. So then we get back to Olivia and them, okay? And we do a flashback of the 2 years ago. Quinn's story is completely true. Huck was erasing the footage. That's why Olivia wanted him to go find the footage and actually look like they were looking for somebody, because she wanted him to find the footage before anybody else did. He was the man that drugged Quinn and gave her a new identity under Olivia's orders. Whoever asked Olivia to handle Quinn's situation knew about, like, Olivia has known what's going on the whole time, but she's not telling anybody what happened. So really only Huck and Olivia know that Quinn is telling the truth. So we find that out at the end of the episode, and I guess the rest of the season is going to be us figuring out who the fuck she was talking to and who is the person that is basically helping out Quinn. So this is an awesome, awesome show. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you could understand it. I hope I wasn't talking too fast. Shout out to One Hot MILF on Instagram. Shout out to you, boo. Yeah, yes, I said I was going to shout you out, and I remembered. Shout out to Ashley Shai Miller. Shout out to Amazing Music. Shout out to It's Rocks. Shout out to... who else do I need to shout out? Let's see. Did I shout out Voodoo Ken, Love Me So Good, Pretty VZ, India Izzy J, That's Just Mike, who else? I think that's it. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. Don't forget to tweet me if you want your shout outs. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please share you can click the share button. It's right under the like button. So share on your Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, wherever you go. Share my shit if you like it. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all my new subscribers, my old ones, especially my old ones. Y'all been down with me for so long through all these ups and downs, roller coasters that we on this bitch. Rolling with the homie. So thank y'all so much for dealing with me. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to keep doing the scandal reviews. Also, I recently bought a whole bunch of shit, including some new brushes and makeup and jewelry and clothes, and then I'm getting my new weave. So if y'all want me to do a huge haul video on my natural hair channel or on this channel, whichever y'all would prefer, y'all just leave comments below, email me, whatever y'all want to do, let me know. I do have my advice video coming up soon. If it's not out today, it'll be out tomorrow. I promise. It's just I've been waiting to get a nice little bit amount of letters. I haven't forgot about anybody. I got all y'all. I just asked that if you did send me a video, you did send me an email for MFN advice, would you please send me your email again, just so I can make sure I have everybody, because it's been a while and I've been getting so many emails lately. So can just everybody who will send me a question or a letter that I haven't already talked about in my previous ones, please send me your name to my email. Again, my email will be down below. Also, I will leave a link where you can watch the episodes of Scandal, and like I said, don't forget to let me know if you want me to keep doing these. So I love y'all, and as y'all can see, I'm getting a little sick, so I'm about to go get on this lavender dream from Tivana and wait for the dude to get home, and I'll see y'all in the next video.